If you're a retiree depending on SNAP to stretch your fixed income, brace yourself. Millions could see their food assistance vanish next month amid the ongoing federal chaos. Welcome to Retirees News and Updates, where we cut through the noise with real facts on Social Security, SSI, SSDI, and the benefits you count on. Today, we're diving into the urgent crisis. SNAP benefits at risk of full suspension for November 2025, hitting SSI and SSDI recipients hardest. Let's unpack this with the latest data, dates, and what it means for you right now. First, the timeline. The federal government shutdown kicked off on October 1, 2025, after Congress failed to pass a funding bill. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture (USDA), October SNAP payments were pre-funded in September using fiscal year 2025 dollars. So most recipients got their benefits as usual. But here's the cliffhanger. November payments are funded from the new fiscal year. And with no resolution in sight, states are sounding the alarm. Texas officials announced on October 21, 2025, that if the shutdown drags past October 27th, all November SNAP allotments will be halted for their 3.8 million participants. Colorado's Governor Paulus echoed this on October 17th, warning that without USDA funds, over 500,000 Coloradans, including thousands of seniors on SSI, face empty EBT cards starting November 1st. Nationwide, the Food Research and Action Center (FRAC) estimates this could impact 42 million SNAP users, with elderly and disabled households making up about 40% of that total based on 2024 data from the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities (CBPP). For SSI and SSDI folks, this is especially brutal. SSI, or Supplemental Security Income, provides monthly payments averaging $967 for individuals in 2025, up 2.5% from last year's COLA. Per the Social Security Administration's October 10th announcement, targeting low-income disabled adults and seniors aged 65 plus. SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, averages $1,542 monthly for disabled workers. But many of you layer SNAP on top. 62% of non-elderly disabled SNAP participants also get SSI, per the National Council on Aging's September 2025 report. Why? Because SSI/SSDI alone often leaves folks below the poverty line. SNAP fills the gap with average monthly benefits of $298 for a single-person household or $546 for two, as updated October 1st under the Thrifty Food Plan adjustments. Special rules protect you somewhat. If you're 60 plus or disabled, which includes most SSI/SSDI qualifiers, you skip the gross income test and only need net income under 100% of poverty, $1,305 monthly for one person. Resource limits are higher at $4,500, and you're exempt from new work requirements rolling out November 1st via the One Big Beautiful Bill Act of 2025. Which mandates 80 hours of work or training monthly for able-bodied adults aged 18 to 65 without dependents. But the shutdown overrides all that. It's a blanket funding freeze. CBPP warns veterans, rural seniors, and disabled folks could be disproportionately hit, with 2024 stats showing 9 million elderly SNAP users nationwide, many dual-enrolled in SSI. Data paints a grim picture. In FY 2024, SNAP spending hit $99.8 billion, supporting 41.7 million monthly on average. Shutdown delays could spike food insecurity by 25% among seniors, per a 2025 EPD explainer, echoing the 2019 shutdown's chaos where 38 million risked benefits. States like New York and California are prepping emergency funds, but it's patchwork. Larimer County, Colorado, noted on October 15th that without federal dollars, local aid can't cover the gap. So, what now? Act fast. Check your state's SNAP portal or call your local office. Many, like New Jersey's, updated eligibility charts October 1st with 185% FPL gross limits, $1,696 for one. Stock up on non-perishables with October funds. Explore food banks via Feeding America, or apply for state supplements if available. If you're on SSI/SSDI, verify categorical eligibility. Households fully on SSI often auto-qualify for SNAP in 40-plus states under broad-based rules. Stick around as we break down solutions, including how to appeal if benefits stall, plus updates on the shutdown's endgame. Hit subscribe for daily retiree alerts. Your security depends on staying informed. Let's navigate this together. Let's dive deeper into this unfolding crisis, because if you're on SSI or SSDI, your next grocery run could hinge on decisions made in Washington right now. We're talking about real families, yours, maybe, staring down empty pantries while politicians bicker over budgets. As of October 23, 2025, the shutdown that started October 1st shows no end in sight, with House Republicans digging in on spending cuts and Democrats holding firm on protecting core programs. But the clock is ticking louder for SNAP, the lifeline that keeps 42 million Americans fed each year. Let's break it down step by step, with the hard numbers and timelines you need to protect yourself. Start with the basics. SNAP isn't just food stamps. It's a federal entitlement program under the USDA's Food and Nutrition Service, designed to bridge the gap for households scraping by on fixed incomes like yours. In fiscal year 2024, it disbursed $99.8 billion to an average of 41.7 million people monthly, lifting 8.4 million out of poverty according to the USDA's latest audit released September 15, 2025. For seniors and disabled folks, it's a game changer. About 40% of SNAP households include someone elderly or disabled, per the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities' CBPP 2024 analysis updated this month. That's roughly 16.8 million people like you, many layering it onto SSI or SSDI to cover the basics. Why the panic now? October benefits are safe, pre-funded from fiscal year 2025 allocations before the shutdown hit. States loaded EBT cards as usual, with the average single-person household getting $298 loaded by October 15th, adjusted via the Thrifty Food Plan update on October 1st. But November? That's fiscal year 2026 territory. And without a budget deal, the USDA's $6 billion contingency fund, meant for emergencies, won't stretch to the projected $8 billion needed nationwide, as acting SNAP head Ronald Ward warned in his October 10th letter to states. 17 states, from Pennsylvania to California, have already halted new applications, fearing they can't process partial payments without federal reimbursement. Pennsylvania's Department of Human Services posted on October 21st, November 2025 SNAP benefits cannot be paid due to the lapse. Oklahoma followed suit on October 21st, advising 684,600 recipients to ration October funds through Halloween. West Virginia's alert on October 20th called it very likely delayed if no deal by week's end. For SSI and SSDI recipients, this isn't abstract, it's personal. SSI, the Supplemental Security Income Program, targets low-income seniors 65 plus and disabled adults, paying an average $967 monthly in 2025 after the Social Security Administration's SSA 2.5% COLA kicked in January 1st, up $23 from 2024's $944. As announced October 10, SSDI, for those with work histories who become disabled, averages $1,542, but both often fall short of the federal poverty line. $15,060 annually for one person in 2025. Enter SNAP. 62% of non-elderly disabled SNAP users also get SSI, reports the National Council on Aging's September 2025 update. In households where everyone gets SSI, you're often categorically eligible for SNAP in 43 states under broad-based rules. No extra hoops for gross income tests. Disabled or 60 plus? You skip the gross income limit 200% of poverty, or $3,132 monthly for one and just need net income under 100%, $1,305 monthly, with resources up to $4,500, double the standard $2,250.